What's up, YouTube? This is Joel with True Life Investing. We are about to have a match between McConnell and Schumer over this $1.9 trillion stimulus package. This is an insane amount of money, but you know what? The Democrats want to get it done, and the Republicans are trying every single way to not make it happen. But we're about to have us a fight in the Senate, because there's so much that's going on between McConnell and making sure that the Democrats don't have full control over the Senate. But we're gonna talk all about that and some more about what Biden said in his press briefing today. So stay tuned, we're gonna get right into it. So today, Schumer, McConnell, going at it one by one. They're saying, McConnell's saying he's going to filibuster, Schumer's saying, you know what, we want to end the filibuster, and they're all going back and forth over who's going to have the power in the Senate. Because remember, with the House, you got Nancy Pelosi, who has so much power in there that they're going to get their things passed. But in the Senate, it's literally a 50-50 split. So usually when you want to pass a bill in the Senate, it takes at least 60 votes to get it passed, but right now it's 50-50, and so there's so much that's going on in terms of the committees that are being brought together and who's on those committees. And I did not know this, but I checked it out. There's 16 committees that are part of the Senate, that make up the Senate, in terms of things like armed services, banking, housing and urban affairs, public works, finances. So there's people from both sides that essentially make up these committees, usually when it's bipartisan. But right now there's a big fight over, Schumer wants to get more people on their side in the committees, but McConnell wants Republicans to be in there equal, but there's just so much going back and forth. It's insane. And so right now there's a huge $1.9 trillion stimulus package that you all know of that contains the checks that we want to get sent to us, so that we can have some extra cash in our pockets. But in order for that $1.9 trillion stimulus package to be passed, it has to have at least a 60 majority vote in the Senate. So what's going to happen whenever they start voting for it? Well, you know what? McConnell's going to do what they call a filibuster. And so McConnell, the filibuster is something that allows for essentially a smaller minority to basically put a blockade between a bill getting passed or being debated in the Senate. And so with this, the Democratic side are saying, let's end the filibuster, let's get rid of it, we don't need it. Schumer says that he wants to eliminate the filibuster, because with that, you don't have to have at least 60 votes to get a bill passed. But this is something that, McConnell sees as his weapon to keep the Democrats from literally going in and passing every single bill that they want to pass. So unless you subscribe to the channel and smash that like button, and the other option that they have is to go with the nuclear option.
Oh my God!
And with this nuclear option, it only requires them to have 51 votes rather than get the 60 that it takes to normally get things passed in the Senate. So the last time this was used was back in November of 2013. The Democratic leader, Harry Reid, used this nuclear option to eliminate the 60 vote rule so that the executive branch nominations for the federal judicial appointments could go through. The next time that it happened was in April 2017. Senate Republicans leader Mitch McConnell extended the nuclear option and to get the Supreme Court nominations in order to end the debates for the nominee of Neil Gorsuch for him to go through. So with this, we think, what's going to happen? Are we going to get a stimulus? Are we going to see something pass? Are they just going to keep fighting like they have been for so long and nothing gets done? And then when it does get done, it's a smaller bill and smaller aid than what it should have been to help out Americans. So let me just tell you this. The stimulus will happen. You're going to get your money.
Tell them to bring me my money.
But reason being is because I can promise you that they're probably going to use every single option that they have. The Democrats are going to use the nuclear option, and they are going to get just 51 votes in the Senate and get this stimulus package passed. But the reason that they're going back and forth right now is because usually whenever you get right into office and everything's changing and all the committees are being brought up, you don't want to just come in and basically bulldoze your way and get all these bills passed. You want to try to reach a bipartisan vote where both sides agree to it. But guess what? They've been fighting back and forth. You know, Schumer says this is going to happen. McConnell says I'm going to filibuster. But this is the thing though. Whenever Trump was president, Schumer and all them filibustered. So, and then Schumer wants to get rid of it now that they're in control so that they can get everything that they want passed like that. But McConnell says that's not going to happen. But again, I foresee them using this nuclear option and getting their bill passed for the stimulus package, and I foresee it happening really quickly in terms of what's being said by the Democrat side, because they said, look, we're going to make this happen. We're literally doing things this week so that we can make sure that this bill gets passed and aid gets to the American people as quickly as possible, because they've been waiting a long time for them to be able to even have these options to be able to get something like this passed, and they want to make a big, bold move. Just like Pelosi has said that, Schumer has said that, you know, President Biden said, look, man, we've got to get things done. So you're going to get your money, guys. Second thing we're going to talk about and go over is Biden in his press briefing today, and kind of go over in summary what happened. So number one of the big things that he was talking about was saying we're gonna push for 1.5 million vaccine doses a day. So that's the goal. That's a huge goal, because remember, they said just last week, hey, we're gonna do 100 million doses in 100 days. And now they're saying we're gonna do 1.5. So they obviously have some news that's gonna help them to, you know, push out this many doses to Americans. And you gotta think about it. The faster they can get this vaccine out and just show people that, hey, look, the vaccine's working, we're getting rid of this virus, the faster things can get back to normal, and the more support that they'll get from everybody, because they're doing more than what was expected of them. So this is huge. So this is something that, you know, we're going to get more news about in terms of the infrastructure that has to be built in order to accommodate for all these vaccine doses that are going to be given out and where they're going to be administered. So this is one of the big things that he was focused on today. The next thing that he literally said, we are going to use taxpayer money to pump up the economy. So Biden said he's going to push for Made in America, and he's going to make things happen with using things that people make in America for everything that we use, whether it's automobiles, things in your house. He's going to push for everything to be made in America. He said even, I'm creating a new position called Director of Made in America.
Say what?
The whole purpose of this position is to make sure that people are buying American. So one of the things that he said is that even if people want to try to go overseas and they want to try to do things that are not, you know, made in America in terms of whatever they're building, he wants it to be at least 50% in order for it to pass, you know, his threshold of, okay, you know, you're good. You don't have to have a special waiver. But if you do have to have a special waiver, he's literally making companies go to the White House, meet up with this new Director of Made in America, and get this waiver to allow them to be able to purchase special things from overseas instead of buying it from people that are making it here in America. He says he really wants to increase and build a system that's going to help small businesses, you know, that are owned by minorities, blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and help create more jobs that way by getting these small businesses connected with these really big companies that are needing products. So he wants to create the system to make sure that they know what's going on, so they can say, hey, I can build that for you. Hey, I can manufacture that for you. So that's something that he's going to push for, and he's going to try to make a system that's developing jobs, and not just regular jobs, but high-paying jobs. He also said that he's got a big goal of literally making all the federal vehicles electrified. What, you know, we're talking about the FBI, the DEA, the DHS, the USPS Postal Service. Soon you're gonna be seeing Teslas delivering your mail, or Rivians, or whatever electric cars out there. But I mean, he is literally pushing for a greener earth. He's saying that whatever's in his power in terms of making things go green, go electric, he's gonna make that do. He even said what we're gonna do is we're gonna build a new R&D program, and we're gonna put hundreds of billions of dollars into, and this is like the type of tech this is going into is like battery tech, biotech, clean energy, and he wants to make sure that anything that's being made in terms of this is going to be more than at least 50% made in America. So this goes back to his thing of saying, I want everything to be as much made in America as possible. So one of the things that he brought about was that there's a lot of loopholes in the system that allows for people to be able to say, hey, you know, I built this car, you know, I built this, I want this subsidy or whatever, and at least 50% of the parts are American, so I want to be able to say made in America. But the thing that he actually noted was that the people that are saying that, they're talking about like small pieces, or they're talking about, you know, very inexpensive pieces that are made in America, and then the big stuff, the most important stuff, is the things that are being made overseas. And he says no, he wants to bring that back. He wants to make sure that when it comes to the stuff that Americans are using, he said that in the laws that there's $600 billion of federal money that's literally provisioned for buying things that are made in America. And he wants to make sure that everything that the federal government is purchasing follows after that, you know, it is going to be at least 50% made in America. So hey, this is great news, because for one, if we can get more people high-paying jobs, if we can get more things made in America and using our own taxpayer money, the money that comes out of your check every single weekend that you get paid, or you know, bi-weekly or monthly or whatever, we want our money going towards the people that are in our communities, that are around us, our families. So that's awesome. I hope that they can follow through with it, because you know what? This is something that a lot of the presidents have said, but you know, with him signing these executive orders, he says he's going to really try to push through it. So we'll keep you up to date on that and see what happens from there. And then hopefully, you know, we can put more of our money back into the United States, which will then, you know, pump up our economy, help people get better jobs, and then help, you know, us move forward in the world, essentially, like he said, where it matters whenever it comes to like technology and battery tech and all this clean energy stuff. So good stuff that he brought today. He says, you know, he's going to be signing more executive orders because, you know, hey, he can. He's the president now. And so while he's signing the executive orders, you've got, you know, the Senate that McConnell's fighting with Schumer, and they're trying to figure things out. But you know what, guys? This is the thing. The stimulus package, it's going to come. They're going to make it happen. You know, it took a while last time, but you know what? It wasn't like it is now. Now you've got the Democrats that control the Senate, the House, and the White House. So I expect things to happen pretty soon. Just want to give you an update today. This is January the 25th. So what I'm going to do as many daily videos as possible to keep you up to date. Make sure that you know all the information possible. So whenever we do hear new things in terms of stimulus, in terms of more jobs coming back, in terms of, you know, vaccine dosages that are being pushed out, I'm going to bring that news to you. So if you enjoyed this video, I really appreciate all the support, all the new likes, all the new subscribers. I hope that, you know, we can keep growing the channel and get to a point where, you know, we're bringing relevant, good news from a real person who, you know, I go to work every single day just like everybody else. You know, I go to work at 7, get off at 4, you know, I've got a family, and, you know, I'm trying to make it just like all of you out there. And so I want to bring all this news to you, relevant news, that, you know, I'm going through all this same stuff that you're doing. And so with that, I really appreciate all the support. We'll be seeing you next time. This is Joel, True Life Investing. Have a great day.